Melissa and I finished building this FirstDay Cottage house a couple years ago now. This is actually our third Thanksgiving in the house. And at the time we were living out here in the field, living in some tents actually back behind the house, and building just sun up to sundown every single day. We built the house in the summer, and in the evenings we were blogging about it as much as we could. And I'll just go ahead and post a link right here to our blog about the FirstDay Cottage house. And we blogged the entire project from the foundation, which is the only thing we hired anyone to do, is to put in the foundation, the framing, all the carpentry, the roof, the insulation, the windows, the doors, etc. We blogged about it all at ithacafarm.wordpress.com, and I'll just put a link right here so you can check out the blog if you want to. But in our hurry and confusion and everything, we never did a walkthrough of the house. We never did a full walkthrough. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take you inside so you can just see this FirstDay Cottage and see how it turned out and what it looks like. So the first thing you'll probably notice is that we have a kind of like a low floor right here on the right, and that is our big kitchen. And then a two-story on here on the left, and before that we have a mudroom. So we added this mudroom to the house. It didn't originally have this as the design, but we just immediately saw that we were dragging in so much junk and water and dirt and straw and everything when we came in the house, so we added this mudroom. This is the kitchen, and it ended up being kind of what we wanted it to be. A very light room with big windows. As you can see, we're on a big piece of property, so we had the luxury of planning out this space to face south. So we got our south facing windows over here on the right, and that brings in a lot of sun in the winter months. And it's just a big space. This kitchen is, I think our ceilings are something like 15 feet high, and then not only does it have high ceilings, but it's long. The whole kitchen is 30 feet long, so it's one of the bigger, more open spaces in the house, and we really like that. But I'll bring up the stairs so you can check it out. Our friend Steve made these newel post tops. This is the upstairs of the house, and you can already tell probably it's a lot cozier and kind of smaller up here. And this is our one bedroom. We had originally planned the house to have 3 rooms, but we went with much bigger, opener space, more open spaces. So we have this bedroom here, and if you're familiar with FirstDay at all, you can always kind of size things by the bays, which are about 3 feet long, and this has 3 bays, so it's about 12 by 12. And this is the bedroom, and then the rest of the upstairs is this big open space. And then here we are swinging around back downstairs into the kitchen. It looks like this video is sponsored by Ritz. This is a small detail that I'll just point out for people doing FirstDay Cottage homes. We did surface mount wiring. Some people with these houses will wire through the sheathing and into the cavity of the house with their wiring. But we didn't want to put holes in this house when we didn't have to, so we did all surface mount wiring. And you can see, like with our lights up here, these are actually also surface mount, and we put a little ridge cap up there to hide some of the wiring. So if you're into FirstDay cottages, you know they're kind of timber frame. The insulation is on the outside of that sheathing, and as a result, you've got to be a little bit clever with what you do with your wiring. So again, we went with surface mount, and you know, I haven't thought once about not wanting to do the surface mount. I thought it worked out really well. Alright, so now I'm bringing you into our cozy little living room. We heat the whole house with this little Yodel propane stove. These ceilings are closer to 10 feet, whereas you have those you know, much higher ceilings in the kitchen area. And then we're moving into the bathroom, which is down here at the end. The original design for the house was to have these really kind of small bathrooms, one downstairs, one upstairs. We went with a big bathroom. We just kind of like that a lot more. This is the full width of the house, so again 12 feet, and it is 2 bays, so about 6 feet wide. It accommodates a full tub. We wanted the full tub, not a standing shower. And it's a great bathroom, really nice. We've talked a little bit about this space, maybe breaking it up, making a craft room or something like that, but we haven't done that. Alright, we're going in the basement. We have a full basement, and so far we really just kind of use it for storage and laundry. At one point I had a shop down here, but 2 years ago now I built a kind of outside barn wood shop, so I use that. We put the waistline in over on this side, and we plan to build some shelves to cover that over. Again, this is for people who are interested in FirstDay Cottage homes. A lot of them are built with radiant heat. Neither of us wanted to do that. Melissa and I, we just were not interested in radiant heat. It looked like it was something that could possibly go wrong in the future. So again, we went with one little propane heater up there, and that's been just fine. But we did put in a PEX system for our water. So we do have our small PEX manifold. This is our just kind of El Cheapo electric water heater. We wanted to go with that sort of initially to see how our well water worked out. And actually we haven't had any corrosion, so we might actually end up going with a tankless water heater. And then this is our pressure tank. This is just if you're on a well. Anyone who's on a well, you'll be familiar with this. You end up with the pressure tank and the water heater. And we went with a manifold. I'm not a plumber, but we did all the stuff ourselves. We just figured it out. Same thing with the electric box. Here's our electric main, and we just figured that out. We wired up the main ourselves and got a really big box, maybe too big, so that we could accommodate growth in the future. I don't think we're gonna have that many hot tubs or air conditioners, but we went with a big panel, and we just figured it out. We did all the electrical work, passed inspection, no problems. This is where the main comes in, and we are 250 feet from the road, so we actually trenched that line ourselves too. And here's just a look at how we hid the electrical wiring in the basement. That was kind of fun, as we were always trying to find ways to, hide that electrical wiring downstairs, since when you get upstairs, it gets really hard in a FirstDay Cottage to, hide your wires. And then here's just a little bit of a look at some of the waistline plumbing up here. This is for that bathroom that we were just in. We didn't worry about hiding it in the basement because it's not going to be a finished basement. Alright, so that's the walkthrough of this FirstDay Cottage kit home. Cannot believe we built this house. It's just so fun to be here. And it's really true, that old adage that if you do something yourself, you just appreciate it that much more. Every single board, every shelf, every floorboard, all of it just sings with those memories of building this house. As I mentioned before, we have a thorough blog about the process of building this house at ithacafarm.wordpress.com. I'll put another link right here to that blog. Check it out. It has detailed overview of the building process and what's happened subsequently with the house. Hit me with a thumbs up if you appreciate the video. If you're interested in building a FirstDay Cottage house or any kit house, just post a comment or be in touch any other way. I'm happy to respond. We're always interested to see what other people are doing with their FirstDay houses or with other kit homes.